You're watching Good Day Siouxland with Mallory Smith, Nick Wilson, and meteorologist Victor Perez. From KCAU 9 News, this is Good Day Siouxland.
Good morning. It's 6:45 on this Wednesday morning. I'm Nick Wilson.
I'm Victor Perez.
Mallory has the morning off. And as we talked earlier, some rain hit the southern part of our viewing area earlier in the morning. How do conditions look right now?
Well, we're still seeing some showers and storms out to our south, Nick, and we'll continue to see that as Wayne, Nebraska is looking like a much wetter camera now out there, seeing that storm coverage that has finally moved in and those flashes of lightning and thunder. Actually have a severe thunderstorm warning issued that covers parts of Wayne County as well as Madison and Stanton as well. So we'll see that there's been activity with multiple severe thunderstorm warnings issued. So this one will be in effect until about 7:15, but there is another one to the west of it. That's for Thurston, Cumming, and Burke counties as well. That one will only be in effect for another 15 minutes until 7 with flash flood warnings covering southern Siouxland and through Thurston and Burke counties as well. Nick?
All right, thanks, Victor. Engineers with another U.S. railroad could soon get up to 8 days of paid sick time a year and more predictable schedules. Railroad company BNSF operates many of the trains that travel through Siouxland. They announced the new deal with the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen yesterday. If union members approve the deal, it would affect roughly 7,500 engineers. The country's major freight railroads have made significant progress on the sick time issue since coming to the brink of a strike last fall. More than 77% of all U.S. rail workers have now been promised sick time. Overseas, Polish authorities say they're going to increase military presence along Poland's border with Belarus. The announcement comes as Poland's government says 2 Belarusian helicopters entered Polish airspace yesterday. The incident comes amid rising tensions between NATO member Poland and Russian ally Belarus. Poland's defense ministry said NATO was informed of the incident. Anxieties have been running high in Poland and neighboring Lithuania after mercenaries from the Russian-linked Wagner group arrived in Belarus following their short-lived rebellion against the Russian government. And back in the U.S., the number of COVID-19 cases testing positive during hospital admissions is on the rise. According to the latest data from the CDC, COVID hospitalizations increased 12% in the week ending July 22nd compared to the week before. Despite the increase, health experts say that COVID hospitalizations are remaining at record low levels. Still, medical experts say with the increased spread of the virus, it's a good idea for those with underlying conditions to be aware and cautious. On the bright side, however, doctors say the country is likely dealing with an Omicron subvariant, so vaccinated Americans still have relatively strong protection. And meanwhile, with harvest season getting closer, Siouxland farmers are making plans for next year already. For many, those plans will include renting farmland. In 2017, 53% of Iowa farmland was leased. That's about 17 million acres. In 2022, the number increased to 58%, with another 1 million acres being rented. Tom and Linda Bindner are from Marcus. They lease farmland to their daughter. Linda Bindner says inflation, limited land supply, and high interest rates all contribute to land price hikes. That, in turn, results in higher rent for tenants.
When the land values go up, as a landowner, I need more return on my investment. I want more return on my investment, so that tends to slide the prices of the rent up a little.
Some good news though, an ISU extension specialist says he believes farmland prices have already hit their peak and may soon be on the decline. Elsewhere, with the back-to-school season nearly upon us, Siouxland schools are trying to make sure they have enough educators. There's currently 256 teacher openings listed with the Associated School Boards of South Dakota. Many of those are elementary positions.
Some of the elementary openings are because elementary teachers are moving between districts, And so as that movement occurs, obviously you have additional openings in the district that's being left.
Special education positions also account for a significant number of the Rushmore State's openings. On the bright side, however, the numbers have improved since June, when there were 410 openings. And now it's time to meet today's Stray of the Day, and it's still Waiting Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, we feature a pet picked up by Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue who's waiting to go home for quite some time.
This is Archie, a 10-month-old male German Shepherd puppy that weighs about 50 pounds. He was found on the city's west side on the 4th of July. He's still a young guy and will need some training, but he's loyal and gets along well with other animals. Archie is available for adoption now.
And if you lost your pet, you're looking to adopt, or if you'd like to sponsor a pet for adoption, you can just visit the rescue's website. That's at SiouxCityAnimalRescue.com.
Archie's a cute guy, he really is.
Yeah, pretty handsome dude, but sadly there's a lot of handsome and pretty dogs there right now, you know?
Yeah, have you seen quite a few the last time you were at the shelter?
They actually look like they were having a little bit less than what they'd had recently. I saw a couple more empty kennels, but I also took last week off, so we'll see how it's looking this week.
And I can't imagine too many of those dogs would like the weather that we're having.
Well, I mean, right now we're all right here. Maybe in Norfolk or Wayne where they've seen severe storms, not so much. Currently, temperatures across the area are reported in the 70s, and you can see dips where those showers have been occurring. Norfolk now at 68, though Wayne has yet to update their airport station, so they're still at 74 as winds are going to be flowing strongly. We've seen 70-mile-per-hour gusts reported in Norfolk and close to Wayne as well, with the storms that have been moving through, which we can see here on the looping radar with the showers and storms that moved in from all the way in southwestern Nebraska by North Platte. And we've seen these storms continuing their northeastern tracks. And now actually there's been severe thunderstorm warnings issued for Dixon and Dakota County. Though the storms have not moved in yet, they're just anticipating the storm track to continue its northeastern flow with multiple flash flood warnings to our south, where storms have put out over an inch of rain over a few hours. Now temperatures rising up into the mid 80s today, and we'll see that it's expected to still be in the 80s as we progress through this week, though we start to get cooler. We peak here on Thursday in the upper 80s and then see a cooler, wetter, and grayer weekend coming up with rain for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Thanks, Victor. Now we turn to sports, where summer is still going strong, and so is Siouxland baseball. Anthony Mitchell has the details in your morning sports wrap.
Good morning, Siouxland. The Story County Attorney's Office has filed a criminal complaint against Iowa State quarterback and West Sioux native Hunter Deckers, charging him with tampering records related to the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigations sports gambling probe. First reported by the Des Moines Register yesterday, Deckers has been accused of placing 26 wagers on ISU sporting events, including a 2021 football game against Oklahoma State. According to the complaint, a game in which Deckers did not play. The complaint also alleges the DraftKings account controlled by Deckers processed approximately 366 mobile and online sports wagers totaling over $2,799. Per the district's court documents, Deckers also accused of placing wagers while under the age of 21 in violation of Iowa's gambling laws. NCAA guidelines prohibit athletes from wagering on their own games or other sports of their schools. Deckers started all 12 of the Cyclones games last season and could face permanent loss of eligibility. The Weinhardt law firm released a statement on behalf of Deckers last night saying, quote, Hunter Deckers denies a criminal charge brought against him. He will plead not guilty to that charge because he's in fact not guilty of that charge, end quote. The statement also mentions that Deckers will not participate in fall camp. Now, taking a look at some of the additional allegations that were listed in the court documents, starting with underage gambling in violation of Iowa's gambling laws of 21 and older. According to the report, approximately 297 wagers were made under the age of 21. Also, he allegedly violated licensed sportsbook user terms and conditions by being underage or using another name. Additionally, Deckers reportedly breached university and NCAA policies using an account associated with a non-athlete to sidestep university and NCAA policies. His parents are listed in the affidavit. The court documents also state Deckers placed bets on ISU athletic events, including football, while mentioning tax implications. The reported sports wagering activity avoided him from state and federal tax implications with those responsibilities. falling under the stand-in's name. His initial court appearance is scheduled for 8:30 a.m. on August 16th at Ames City Hall, per the Iowa court systems. The Elk Point Jefferson Post Legion team won its game yesterday, its first one, setting themselves up for the biggest game of the tournament as they squared off with Del Rapids for the Class B state championship last night. After EPJ going to take a quick 2-0 lead, the Dells would turn to a squeeze play with runners on second and third base. In the third, Braden Pankinen lays down the third base line. The throw to first gets away, 2-run score. This game now tied. Next inning, after the Phils took the lead, Caden Moore keeps Post 134 close by striking out Trace Eastman. Great way to bounce back and get EVJ back at the plate. Later in the frame, though, Post 65's Drake Eastman hits a blooper to right center field. Mason Stubbe comes on home to extend that lead to 2 runs as Del Rapids claims the Class B championship with a 5-2 win. Our lone Nebraska Legion State Tournament game, Wayne Post 43 was eliminated from contention with a 7-0 loss to Wahoo State Bank Post 82 last night. Wayne ends its season with a 25-10 record. And that'll be all for sports. Have a good day, Siouxland.
Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories. It's what you need to know before you go. The Woodbury County Board of Supervisors has given their first stamp of approval to proposed changes to the county's solar power ordinance. The proposed update concerns the use of solar power in unincorporated areas. The proposed changes passed on a unanimous vote. No one spoke against the change during the first of 3 public hearings held during last night's regular weekly meeting. Under Amendment 1 of the proposed ordinance, private landowners would be allowed to use solar arrays with a building permit. Amendment 2 pertains to commercial and utility use of a solar array and would require a conditional use permit as well as approval from the Zoning Commission and Board of Adjustment. The second reading of the proposed ordinance change is slated for next Tuesday's supervisors meeting, with a final reading expected to come 1 week later. And elsewhere, a 3-day conference for Iowa business professionals and community volunteers kicked off in Sioux City, with Governor Kim Reynolds taking part. During this year's Open for Business competition, the governor highlighted the connection between local downtowns and economic development and helped award cash prizes to the contest winners. A hair salon from Keokuk picked up first place and a $20,000 check. Smaller cash prizes went to 4 other entries. None were from the Siouxland area. Governor Reynolds will be in Mapleton this morning for coffee at the Iowa West Coast Initiative beginning at 8:45 a.m. And finally, former President Donald Trump is now facing a 3rd indictment. Prosecutors accuse the former president of spreading lies about election fraud in the 2020 presidential election, which they say led to the violent January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Trump has called the charges ridiculous, saying he believes he will still defeat President Biden in the 2024 election. Trump is set to appear in court tomorrow on the new charges. The judge overseeing the case has already given out some of the toughest sentences against January 6 rioters. One last look at the forecast now. Can we still expect some rainy weather later today, or is it all over?
It's focused really in the morning hours, but we still have it going on. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings issued across the viewing area. As we see that down by Wayne, the bulk of the storm is almost past it and is on track towards where they've issued new severe thunderstorm warnings out to areas in Dixon and Dakota County, as well as the ones moving in Thurston, getting pushed further east, as we'll keep an eye on them either way, with flash flood warnings as multiple areas have reported over an inch of rain to our south. Now that's focused in the morning hours today, as we see that will be drier through the afternoon, with temperatures hovering in the 80s for the rest of this week. We peak tomorrow before we cool off through the weekend with dropping temperatures.
All right, thanks, Victor. Well, have a great rest of your morning.